your host, Julia.
And I'm your host, Sophia.
And this is the 909.
Welcome back for episode 2.
Well, welcome back if you came for the second episode. If you came for round 2.
If you were here for round 1, welcome. We're so happy to have you.
Finally.
Right? Wow, yeah. We're filming our second episode.
Okay.
Wasn't a one-off thing, guys. We're doing this.
Yeah. So after 3, be for real, guys.
Yeah,
you know?
Literally.
We're in my car, though.
We are. We're in a parking structure at 9:50 at night on a Tuesday.
Because we were hanging out, and we started hanging out at like 8, so obviously we're going to be hanging out later.
Right? This is hardly any time has passed.
It's just there's no sun, so that's why we're here.
So, yeah, we're working with what we got.
I'm not complaining, though.
Structure's the best we're going to do. No, actually, my skin looks fine. So.
I'm like, the lighting's so bad. My skin looks great. Let's start with catching up. I actually haven't seen Sophia in like 2 weeks, I think.
Yeah, last time we were supposed to hang out, she got sick.
Yeah.
So we have actual real life catching up to do.
Yeah.
And you guys get to listen.
That's cool. How have you been, Bessie?
I've been good. Just been working in school.
Oh.
I got an A on my anthropology test.
Dang, good job. Yeah, anthropology is like so interesting to me.
I love that class, and I could probably talk about it forever.
Right?
Yeah.
I took one of those too.
Yeah,
I had fun.
The test was on economics through
anthropology.
Interesting.
Yeah, my anthropology class was like about secret societies, like in the world.
Whoa, that's really cool.
It was really interesting. I learned about a lot of crazy things.
Yeah, I bet.
It was all about secrecy, like, and how that plays into life.
I have the actual weirdest anthropology professor of all time.
Oh.
He is such a character. He sounds very passionate about it, which I love. But it's in the way that he thinks he's smarter than everyone, and he thinks he's talking about something revolutionary every time he opens his mouth.
They always do, but that's okay. Like I
love when professors are slightly delusional about what they're talking about. Like they think it's
my anthropology professor would always say it's so profound. It's so profound.
Okay, they have their words and they think his is ephemeral. He says ephemeral. I count every time he says it in class.
Okay,
the other day he said ephemeral 5 times.
Like literally, I could if I took a shot for every time he said profound, like I would be drunk.
Profound, ephemeral. What else?
Does he say profound?
He does sometimes. He uses ephemeral more though, but those mean different things.
Okay, I don't know what ephemeral is, to be honest.
Ephemeral means like temporary, like fleeting.
Oh, interesting.
I think.
Okay.
But he's a silly little guy, and he wears really tight track pants, and you can see it.
Mine wasn't in person; it was online.
Oh, okay.
But he would always say profound, and I'm like, it's
so true.
Like,
I feel like it's not.
Like someone like just living. I mean, I guess that's profound.
It is,
but like,
when it's sweet. I think
it's sweet. He's like, it's so profound that like. Okay, King, like, I love the way you see life, like,
right? Like, you just think that it's
everything's so amazing,
and
yeah.
I do love that, actually.
Like, good for you.
It's true. But then sometimes he's like, and everything's connected, and the government's trying to get us.
Okay, mine wasn't like that.
I'm moving to Florida to be free, and I'm like, okay.
You're like, sure, King.
Sure, King.
Okay, interesting. Well, that's cool. We still have to catch up. Girls' night.
Oh, yeah, duh.
Okay, girls' night. We had a Galentine's. Like I said, we haven't hung out since Galentine's, actually. So it's been over 2 weeks.
No way. We've hung out since Galentine's.
Oh, yeah, we hung out the day after.
Is that when we went to the coffee shop?
To the park, yeah. Okay, regardless, we had Galentine's Day, and it was so fun.
It was at my house.
It was so cutie.
We made chocolate-covered strawberries.
Whoa.
We drank cranberry sparkling wine.
That wine was so
really
good.
Delicious. Was it cranberry?
It was cranberry. I thought it wasn't gonna be good.
I was scared of it.
I was scared. I bought it and I'm like, like they're gonna judge me if it's nasty.
Like a white wine, which tastes like egg.
Wait, I like white wine. White wine does not taste like egg to me.
Okay, well the one.
Ew, you're gonna gross me out. Don't say that.
Sorry. Have you never smelled that like eggy wine smell?
No, I have never smelled egg in wine.
That means you're drinking good wine, I think.
Hopefully.
Because you're gonna have to leave this name out, but drinks cheap white wine, and it smells like egg every single time.
I can imagine.
I'm like,
I'm sorry, not to be mean, but I can imagine.
I'm like, you would drink
okay.
this cheap ass smelly beverage.
Anyway, we
had
had
a great time.
a cranberry wine, and it was very delicious. And honestly, I just picked it because the packaging was significantly cuter than the rest.
But that's how to do it.
Exactly, that's how you know judging a book by a cover is, in fact, the way to go.
Tried and true method.
Yeah. Yeah, it was really fun. We talked and ate for 4 hours straight. It was only literally 4 hours. Okay, only 4 hours. Talking and eating for 4 hours straight is a long time.
I could do that forever with you guys. We had a great time though.
Okay.
We did. You guys were there pretty late.
Yeah, we made cutie chocolate covered strawberries, and it was so good. I brought like little heart sprinkles. I don't know. Anyway, February and Valentine's Day is a girls' month. Like it's for the girls. Not really for anyone else.
And the fact that our Galentine's was like a week after the actual...
I kind of liked it.
I mean, that's all that worked for
us. It just made like the month feel longer.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, actually. Like it made like the celebration time longer. Yeah. And now it's March, and so St. Patty's is this weekend. We're gonna go out. Yeah. We're gonna be having fun. Oh, another thing we need to catch up on. Me and Soph went out together for the first time.
Yeah, our first bar
trip together. It was fun.
It was fun.
I think I had higher expectations, but that's also because we went really early because we were trying to like have our other friend go too, and he could only go like at the beginning. And so we were just trying to be good friends. I think it was like dead at first.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. I was expecting it to be
like busy. Like when we walked in and it was empty, I was like, oh, like that's the vibe. And it was a Friday night. It was a Friday night.
Yeah, and that's not the vibe you want to start off. You don't want to be like, oh, I thought this was gonna be better than
that's why I'm like, we need to redeem ourselves on St. Patrick's Day. Like,
I want to go.
We'll let you know.
Yeah,
we'll let you guys know how it goes. But it was fun though. I had fun.
I'm not saying I didn't have fun. I did, but I also it just went differently than I thought it would.
Okay, yeah. But it was so fun. Like we went with friends and we shot the dog. If you don't know what shooting the dog is, it's a shot with hot dog, ketchup, and mustard.
And it's so disgusting. And
it's huge. It's a fat shot. It was so nasty.
I took the first sip and I was like, oh, I don't think I can do that. And then I realized
Did you swallow it?
The first one?
Ew.
Yeah.
I literally put the first,
and then I was like, I have to finish this. Because if you finish it, you get a hat that says, I shot the dog.
Right.
And they're all different colors. And that's what really the whole purpose of it is for, to get the hat out of it.
Yeah.
But I was like, I'm not going to get the hat if I don't finish it. So I went for another swig and I just couldn't.
It was an immediate gag, like as soon as it was in the mouth.
I expected it to be like maybe the nastiest thing I've ever had, and it was worse.
It was worse than that, yeah. The mouth was the taste was lingering in my mouth the entire night. Like, even though like we had other drinks, like repulsive. It was still disgusting. Yeah.
So I don't even know if I can recommend it, like even for the hat.
Actually, I would for the hat. The hat's cute.
I could not.
If the hat was cute,
you could do that again. I couldn't.
Well, honestly, like I just after having one sip, I threw the rest of it in the trash when no one was looking. So I would do it again.
I spit it out, and definitely the boy standing next to me saw me do that. So
it's okay. The bartender didn't, and that's all that matters.
Yeah, that's all that matters.
That's all.
I wonder if like. Even if they did see it,
you know what, I was sad though, because the day after I seen a girl with a cuter hat. Like it was like brown, and then I shot the dog was polka dotty. Like, bro, why couldn't you bring that out the night before?
Where'd you see it?
On my friend's story.
Oh, okay.
Okay, yeah. So anyway,
yeah,
it was fun though. That was our night out together. Oh my gosh, wait, we went to this bar. It was, I don't know the name of it, but like there was this guy, and he kept.
Oh, we went to Shannon's in Long Beach.
And it was like so crowded, by the way. You were like sardines in a can.
Yeah.
But there was this guy, and he was so funny. Like he was this he was kind of
He was like
strange.
a 5'4" middle-aged white guy.
Definitely over middle-aged. He was an older guy.
You think so?
And yeah, and it was so like, at this place you shoot the root, and it's basically like a shot of root beer and beer, and like the guy kept being like, shoot through. Like, but he looked kind of crazy. Like, he seemed a little off his
definitely drunk or on a drug of some kind.
It was just funny. Like, he kept being
and what was he singing? He was singing to our friend that we went with.
He was singing.
It was whatever song was playing at the time.
I've never heard that song in my life, and Jonathan kept trying to like sing the song to me, and I'm like, what is that song? Like, I could not figure it out. I don't know, but either way, it was funny how he kept being like, shoot through. I'm like, okay, King, like, yeah. Really? When we went to the last place we went to the bungalow.
Oh yeah.
And okay, vibes in there are so pretty. We should have started there because of how pretty and like.
See, it was pretty, but I thought the people there were.
Okay, but if we started there, I bet you the people wouldn't be that weird. But, like, literally, we got drinks there, and we were kind of done with our drinks. Like, we didn't want them. We barely took a sip of them, because they were, I thought that's what you were referring to. We barely took a sip of them, because we just didn't really want anymore.
It was the end of the night. We'd already
like, we didn't need another drink. Yeah.
And they were free. It's not like we paid for them.
Yeah. So then we're like, we're just going to set them down.
And they were so
strong.
I couldn't have drank that if I wanted
I was like, no, there's no way. It's the end of the night. I'm not going like this crazy again. So like, we set our drinks down on the table. Tell me why someone comes up and is like, are you going to finish that? Like, babe, I don't even know you. Like, right? I'm like, no.
And then they just
took the drink. They took all the drinks. Like, okay, thanks for the manners. Like, thank you for asking first, I guess. But
that's like, so funny.
Not to being like, are you gonna finish that? Like, sir, I do not know you, sir.
Like, what if I said yes?
And then he grabs him, and I see him hand it to his friend. Did you see that?
I did.
Yeah. He handed it to his friend. Like, what if we put something in those? We didn't, but like, he just was taking things from a stranger.
That's a lot of.
He just had complete trust. Like, I mean, we don't really look that offensive or threatening, but like, still.
No, so we had an interesting.
It was fun though, yeah.
It was fun.
I did have a good time, and we will be going again.
Yeah, and I think once we know what to expect too, or like at least have an idea.
No shooting the dog though.
No shooting the dog. I would shoot the root again though. I know you didn't like that one.
It was disgusting.
I thought it was delicious though.
It was so nasty.
But I'm a root beer girl and a beer girl, and you're not. So
no.
That's our difference.
Yeah. Okay, so that was fun. I think now we can get into the 411, as if we already haven't caught up enough.
What is the 411? What is the hot gossip? What are you guys listening to? What's the cool jam?
So what's the 411?
So the 411 is that I've seen Dune twice already, and it's been out for maybe a week or two.
Isn't the movie like 3 hours long?
The movie is 2 hours and 46 minutes long.
With previews, that's like 3.5 hours.
With previews, yes, it is.
That's literally 7 hours.
I showed up to both late because I knew how like a vague idea of how long the previews were gonna take. Yeah.
Okay.
But yes, I did commit a lot of time.
That's 7 hours.
Plus, in prep, I watched.
Then you saw it twice and you haven't seen me once. That's crazy. Just kidding.
Girl, I went at like 9 o'clock at night. I was there sick until 12.
I was sick, you know.
But I watched the first Dune 3 times to get prepared for watching Dune 2. But
does it require like a lot of research or like
not
I'm
research?
So confused.
But you won't understand Dune 2 if you haven't seen
Dune 1.
Really?
I was listening to this podcast and they said that they saw the second one first. And then they saw the first one and they were like, oh, I wouldn't have noticed that from the first one.
It clarifies a lot of things from the first one, but I feel like you'll have no idea
like what's going on.
What's even
honestly like just
like the relations of people, what their backgrounds are, you know?
Yeah, I get it. I feel like the Zendaya, like, okay, I want to see her act. But Timothy,
she is he's actually phenomenal.
After seeing Willy Wonka, I can't take him serious.
Well, that's your mistake then, because he crushes it.
Does he really?
So good. Yeah.
He's so like, I don't know. Willy Wonka cringed my body.
Willy Wonka was just a paycheck for him, I think.
Dude,
Dune is like, you walk out of Dune and you're like, now that was a movie, you know?
Okay.
Like, it is so
Maybe
good.
I need to give it a chance.
You should watch it not for Timothée Chalamet. Like, he is honestly...
Mid.
He's great in it, but that's not, like...
the sole purpose of
That's not, like, the highlight of the movie by any means.
Yeah, I get you.
Because there are just so many good performances in it, and the story is so cool. And the director is incredible.
Okay.
Have you seen the movie Arrival?
No.
Okay, well, it's the same director as that. But anyways, everyone go watch Dune, and if you want to hear me talk more about it, I can explain all the lore, and I can...
Maybe we'll do a deep dive after I see it, if
once you watch it.
Except I don't know if I'm going to see it.
Oh, okay. Well, if you watch it,
I just can't sit for 3 hours. Like, the last time I sat for 3 hours in a movie was Oppenheimer.
Oh, I didn't watch Oppenheimer.
Dude, that movie was so long. It was good, though. Oppenheimer... Okay, this is a sidetrack. Oppenheimer was very good. Oppenheimer was very attractive in the movie, but then I found out he's 5'6".
Yeah, short king.
Which honestly doesn't matter, but he just seemed like a tall guy. He gives tall guy energy.
Unless you think they're tall at first.
Yes, height does not matter unless you think. And I thought he was like 6 foot something. Bro,
that was one of.
I was shook, and I'm like, because he's obviously an older guy. I was like, like, never mind. I don't know why I was thinking that.
That's fair.
But it was a good movie though. Like 3 hours was a long time. I was sitting like second row in the movie theater, so my head was like this. Yeah, honestly, I only saw it because Jonathan saw Barbie. So I was like, fine, I'll see Oppenheimer with you. It was good though. I liked it.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of long movies, so.
I'm like not. Honestly, I like an hour and a half. If they can keep my
attention, then I'll watch it.
It's hard to keep my attention. Like, 3 hours is too long. My 411. Okay, I've been dealing with... Is it called tinnitus? Tinnitus?
Yeah.
The ringing in my...
Is it 10 or 10?
Tinnitus. I've been dealing with that. And, you know, it's really unfortunate because there's a constant ringing in my ears. And this has been going on since, like, January. Like, I don't know. I haven't gotten it checked out. But it's been recently getting, like, more annoying. Like, it's always when I'm going to sleep that I notice it the most. But I'm like, at this point, like, the ringing makes me fall asleep when I hear it. Just because I'm so used to it. But now it's, like, genuinely hard for me to hear. Like, at work, like, customers will be talking to me and I'll be like, huh? What?
That's actually like, so funny because my mom said she was trying to get your attention in there the other day. And you didn't hear.
Like, me literally saying to guests, I'm sorry. Like, after I asked them for the 3rd time, I'm like, I'm sorry. Like, my ears are bad. Because I can't. Like, I literally have bad hearing right now. Like, so I need to go, like, get that checked, like, soon. I don't know. It's, like, it's embarrassing being, like, this. It's embarrassing being this age and, like, suffering from this when, like, this isn't, like, a issue I deal with, you know? Yeah. Like, if I was born with this, like,
well, then
I would hardly notice. But since I have had great ears,
supposed to have tinnitus.
Yeah, like, and then I was in my psychology class. I was reading this like article, and it was saying that is like not really curable. Like, if I have to live with this forever, like I can hear it now. Like, I can hear it now. Like, it's literally happening right now. My other 411 is that my boyfriend's kind of like being like more chismoso recently, and I've been loving it. Like, because I feel like
all that you would
I've ever wanted. Like, it's taken 4 years to get to this point, and like, thank God.
Yeah,
because I'll be saying my like drama stuff that it's not even like drama. Like, it's just like
just gossip.
Yeah. It's gossip. And he's always like, okay, and tell me why. The other day when we hung out, literally like the first 30 minutes, he was telling me gossip. Good. And I was like, oh my gosh, like,
you're like, tell me more, girl.
Tell me more, like, and then what? And then what? And he was like telling me all the details, like, yeah, like, and I'm like, that's crazy. That's like, wild. I can't believe it. It was I was like, oh, finally.
I bet that felt so good for him
to get off his chest. It felt so good for him and for me too.
I know.
It was just so much fun, and I'm so glad that we're at that point. We reached that like chapter.
You've crossed the bridge.
We crossed the bridge. I'm so dead. It's just like, it's a rare occasion, you know, and so I was very happy. Okay, when we're saying gossip, it's not like, oh, Susie did this. Like, it was very much like about a famous person, like that type of gossip. Yeah, but still, like, give me something. Like, no, he does not give me any details like that. But like,
okay, still, it's
still gossip. We're getting there. We're halfway there. We're halfway there. Okay.
Well, it's him saying
something that's on his mind and in his chest, right? Okay, and then I have a lot of 411. This isn't hot gossip anymore. This is just like what I've been up to now. So I've been going thrifting a lot, obviously. That's my hobby. I like to do that. But my school being near a bunch of thrift stores is actually like, I don't know if it's a blessing or a curse. Because I go very often now. Like,
oh, do you?
Yeah, like after class. What are you looking for?
I'm looking for my lipstick.
She has the biggest Mary Poppins purse in the history of the world.
And I can never find anything
like,
in here.
She has anything and everything in there, and it takes forever to find
Juliet,
something.
look at the state of this right now.
What do you even need right now? Like, genuinely. What do you need right now?
I need my lip gloss.
Oh.
Which might actually be in my pocket.
Ay, ay, ay. Sophia.
Sorry, Juliet.
Like, okay. She's all like...
I thought I was being subtle.
No, okay. So, anyway, I've been going to a lot of thrift stores, and it takes up a lot of time. It's fine. It's something I enjoy doing, but it's like all of my time and my money's at the thrift store. Okay, this is the hot gossip. Okay, you guys. There's actually two very hot gossip things right here.
Okay.
First and foremost, I was at the farmer's market the other day, right? And I wanted like a cheese and chili tamal. Like, that's what I wanted. Like, that just sounded so good. So I went to get it, and the guy was like, Mija, what do you want? Like, calling me Mija. So sweet. I'm like, oh, like, king, like, just this, please. I said veggie tamal because I thought that there was cheese and chili in it because I've gotten like that there before, and I ordered veggie and it was chili and cheese. But this time, no, was I wrong? Keep that in mind, okay? Then I go get coffee, and I know the guy at the coffee place, and he's like, hey, like, he waves me, and I'm like, hey. And then, at the farmer's market. And he's like, hey, senora. Senora? I'm like, do I look...
fighting words.
Fighting words. I was like, do I look like senora to you? Like, my hair was in a bun that day. I was like, is it my hair?
You did not look like a senora even.
I was like, that's señorita to you. Like, why are you calling me señora right now? I was so, like, I was like, okay, I'll get a coffee cake latte, please. I felt so embarrassed. I was like,
you're like, you know me. Why would you do that?
I was like, literally, like,
I thought you said a lady called you.
No, it was him. And I was like, you, like, you literally know me, number one. Number two, like, I can't tell if that's just, like, a nice thing you're saying, but it doesn't feel nice, okay? Like, I felt personally offended.
You're calling me old.
He literally, I was like, okay, that's fine. Like, I guess I give senora today with my bun. Like, again, no, like, judgment or hate, but I'm definitely senorita.
Yeah.
Like, why are you calling me senora? Yeah. Anyway, it's fine, though. Next time I see him, I'm gonna have a word, okay? Yeah, I'm gonna be like, what did you mean by that? Like, when you said senora, what did you mean? Was it my bun? Like, what was it?
What was it? Yeah.
You know, like, I have a bone to pick, okay?
Yeah, you're like, this has been haunting me.
That has been haunting me literally since I have gone. Like, I've been, like, every day I wake up and I'm like,
let it go.
Like, what? Like,
someday.
Do I look like that today? Like, am I giving that today, you know? No, obviously not today. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Anyway, so I was like, wow, like, the coffee was great, though. So I was like,
I know that does sound
bad
better.
service, good coffee. And then I go to eat my tamal, and it was peas, carrots, and pepper. Like, all in this, like, I was like, oh my gosh, what? Like, never have I ever had peas and carrots in a tamal. Like, not to be judgy or anything, but I was like, dude, there was no cheese in it either. I was like, what is going on here? Like, and it was such a disappointment, like, especially after being called senora and then eating that. I was like, damn, like, double homicide, literally. It was so bad. So, but I was like, the service was good, so that makes up for the bad tamal. But then, like, I don't know, just getting hit with both in the same 5 minutes was crazy. Like, it was rough. you know.
And it's on your break, so you don't even have time to make up for it.
Exactly. Like it was right before I went to work, actually, though.
Oh, just kidding.
Yeah, and I had not really eaten that much that day because I knew I was gonna get that. So I wanted to like have an appetite just for it to be wasted.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Thank you.
Hopefully that gets redeemed next time you want to go.
Thanks. Well, I don't even know. Like, I don't want to.
You don't want to be.
Now I'm grossed out. Like, I'm gross. Okay, and then this is the last crazy thing I'll talk about. Okay, so there's this Facebook page, okay, on Facebook, and it's called Chino Connects, okay?
If you know,
so if you live in the 909 specifically, you know what the F Chino Connects is, okay?
That's where it goes
It
down.
is hot gossip in there. It is like, it's honestly just a community page, but they'll be like talking cheesy
almost
in
like
there.
a narc page.
It is. It's like crazy in there a little. And like the only reason I know that is because I'll see screenshots from Chino Connects, and I'm like, I want to be in that. Like, okay.
You see screenshots. I hear my mom.
Yes, updates, I hear people give me updates, and I'm like, that's crazy. Like
this is going on in my
community in the 909. Like, please, I need to be the leader of that. Okay.
No, seriously.
Yeah. No, and so I had to get a Facebook like a couple years ago when I was in the sorority because that's where all the communication's at. And since then, like literally 2 or 3 years ago, I think 2 years ago, since then, I have been requesting this like Facebook page, right? The Chino Connects page. And I'm like, it always like, it never accepts me. Like it always like lets me request it again, which means they denied my request. And I'm like, who is running this page? Like, don't they know I'm the queen of Chino? Like, literally. Why can't they let me in? Like, literally, I'm at the gates, like, let me in.
You
like,
need to show up with a reference.
Dude, I'm sick of it. And then why I'm bringing this up is because one of my friends who lives in San Marcos posted a screenshot of the Chino Connects page the other day. And I'm like, dude, you don't even go here anymore.
You don't even
live
here.
You don't even live here, and you're in Chino Connects. And I've been here forever, and like they won't accept me. And I'm like, okay, maybe it's because like none of my friends on Facebook are from Chino. Like all of my friends on Facebook are Long Beach because that's why I had it.
Doesn't Facebook say your location?
But like exactly, I put like what else do I have to give?
Just match with your mom.
You know what? You're right. I think I need to make more Chino connections. Yeah. But I don't even use Facebook like that anymore. I was just pressed that I've not.
You just have to do what you have to do.
Like I'm literally at the gates and they will not let me in. It's so annoying. Like who's gatekeeping? I want to know who runs it. Like
who's running Chino Connects and why aren't you letting me?
Yeah, it's so sick. Like it's twisted.
It's sick and twisted. I actually had no idea that you were even attempting to get into
I've been, and it was like.
This is not a plight that you've updated me on.
Because it's embarrassing that they won't let me in. Like, this is a little secret between you guys and us. Like, they're not letting me in, okay? So if any of you guys know who's running it, like, please let me in.
We need to know this.
We need to know now. Like, I'm sick.
I feel like my mom she'll be like, oh yeah, that's my friend. Yeah.
Wait, I should have talked to you sooner. I'm dead.
Yeah, I know, guy. Don't worry.
Yeah. That's so funny. Anyway.
Oh, yeah, I know the Chino Connects. Yeah.
So Katie's probably like, oh, I know who runs it, actually. She's like, oh, that's you.
That sounds up from blah, blah, blah. We go way back. We're like this.
Anyway, that's the 411 with me.
That's the 411.
That was a long 411, but the girls needed to know.
Yeah, we had a lot to say this time.
Yeah. So I guess let's get into our topic then. Okay.
So our topic today,
we're gonna be talking about dynamics and duos, and that's obviously because, well, what is a duo podcast without a good dynamic, a duo? There's a lot that goes into a dynamic and a duo.
So we'll talk about ours specifically first.
Okay. So I think like the dynamic we give, obviously we're best friends.
Best friends and have been. So there's history, but there's like
I don't know
how that informs
I think we also have like different interests kind of. Like she's more like nature-y, like green, and I'm more like the opposite.
Like not city girl, but
like
you
suburban.
Lean more into
like city girl but in the suburbs. Like in the suburbs.
I don't know how to describe it except for that, like you're Juliet and I'm Sophia.
Yeah, honestly, that's all we need to say about that. No, I'm just kidding.
And we're done.
We're done. That's the episode. That's our only dynamic, actually. I think just dynamics, like, I just want to talk about it because I'll be seeing, like, groups of people or, like, especially duos, and I'm like, what do they talk about? Mm-hmm. Like, what is their dynamic? Yeah, literally, what are they doing together? Mm-hmm. Like, what is the purpose? Like, especially, you know?
Yeah, no, I know what you mean.
Or, like, it's
like their dynamic doesn't make sense.
Doesn't make sense in my head. I'm like, who are they together? It doesn't resemble
anyone I've ever seen.
Yeah,
before, you know?
like, they do not match or mesh. But then some dynamics, I'm like, I want to be a part of that. Yeah, like, exactly. They look like fun.
I think it boils down to, even though me and Julia don't share every single thing in common, we're pretty different people in some aspects. We still have,
I think, like, at the end of the day,
of same
vibe, same, like, I guess.
Just click. We've described our dynamic before as Faye Webster and Lil Yachty.
Yeah.
Like, when that song came out, we were like,
that's us. Like, if you know, you know. Like, that's the best way I've thought of ever describing it. Like, since that photo has come out, I'm like, there's no better way to describe us. We just embody that fully. Yeah. Obviously, she's Faye Webster and I'm Lil Yachty. Yeah. I'll insert the picture so you guys can understand. Mm-hmm. But he's more like, he's like swag and she's like cool. Yeah. Maybe that's the way to describe it. Like, you're more like, both cool, chill. But
she's in, like, an indie way and he's in,
like, a street way.
Yeah.
If that even makes sense. Not that I give streets, but, like, you know.
Honestly, even in the way that she listens to Lil Yachty and I listen to Faye Webster.
Yeah, that's literally honest. They're like, so deep.
Let's unpack this.
But it's the way they dress too. I'm sorry. It is. Okay. Me with Lil Yachty haircut. Her celebrity crush vibe. No, seriously. I'm so dead. You always say you're attracted to the people that look like you. Just kidding.
Oh, that's so funny.
Okay. So we have the obviously, like, common one, like, black cat and golden retriever duo. Mm-hmm. Like, where that's obviously, like, a person that's more reserved and quiet and, like, mysterious is the black cat. Mm-hmm. And then the golden retriever is very bubbly, yeah. Like, people person, like, very friendly, not usually as mysterious. Mm-mm. If that were you and me, who would be the black cat? I feel like we could switch at times.
We both have our moments.
Yeah.
Honestly, you might be a little more black cat than me.
Which is surprising. You would think it'd be the other way around. Yeah. But I would completely agree with you. Mm-hmm. I think, like, in high school, it might have been the other way.
Yeah, that's what I was
But now, say. Like, wait, you think I'm mysterious?
A little, yeah.
Thank you. No, I'm just kidding. Wait, why?
I don't know. I don't know how to word it. I think I like to make people laugh, and I need everyone to be having a good time when they're around me.
She's like, this is more about me than
No. Well, just in our relationship, at least.
Yeah, no, I think you're right. Like,
my entire goal the entire time is to make sure that you're having fun and giggling.
Oh, thank you.
And you're just, looking pretty. No, this is not coming out the way I'm intending it.
No, like, I get what you're saying.
You know what I'm
I do understand what you're saying. Okay.
How would you categorize this in the
terms of black cat and golden retriever? I think
we just don't fit perfectly.
We don't
into
fit.
That trope
like
either.
I said, it's more like Lil Yachty and Faye Webster.
Yeah.
But, like, if I were to categorize us in black cat and golden retriever, I would think it depends on the situation and who we're with.
Yeah.
Like, it's very much situational. Because I can definitely be like the golden retriever. Yeah. Well, I would say I'm most of the time bubbly. But, like, sometimes I'm more a little mysterious than other times.
Yeah.
Yeah. Another, like, dynamic or kind of like duo I see is, like, it's giving like last two brain cells. Like, you know what I mean? Like that type of duo where it's like these are the last two brain cells.
Like they're not capable.
They're not really capable of decisions. Like they're very silly. Like they don't really have much going on except like making each other laugh.
No thoughts, just vibes.
Just vibes, yeah. And I see that a lot too, and that's a funny dynamic.
It is funny.
It's funny to see, I think. And honestly, like when someone gives last two brain cells dynamic, it doesn't always give last two brain cells.
You don't have to be dumb to be last two.
No, that's not. It's not a diss, by the way.
No, it's just you and this person. It's like the energy you bring out.
Yeah, it's the energy you bring out. I don't think we really. Actually, yeah. Sometimes
we have some moments.
It's more when we're delirious and tired. It's not like
hanging out for multiple hours. Yeah, and we're tired.
Like possibly borderline soon we'll be giving that, but it's not like just right off the bat. Like when people see us, oh, those are my last two brain cells. Never that. No. But I can see that a lot with certain best friends. Like with best friends a lot.
Yeah.
Not really like couples. More like friends.
Yeah.
Yeah. We should have named our podcast that. My last two brain cells. This one's like one of the last ones I was personally thinking about, and it's like there's always like a duo that I see where it's like someone's very politically active and then the other one's like abstainer. And I see this so much in like relationships, not really friendships, because like friendships, like I feel like yes, you talk about politics, but it's not like the main thing. It's not like something you go in deep about unless like all of you guys are politically active. But like in a relationship, I see so much, like so many times where someone's like so like leaning one way and then the other person's just like
doesn't care,
like whatever, yeah, or leans the opposite.
The way I see that is in my friends, I'm gonna be friends with people that I know agree with me politically.
Okay.
And I think people don't care as much when it comes to relationships. Like if they like someone, they wouldn't let that be a deterrent.
Which shocks me because I feel like it'd be the other way around. Too, like with the friend, it's not someone you're like involved with in the way you are in a relationship.
And
where
some
like
people seem to
if
think
you care that much,
yeah.
Which I think it depends on the person.
Yeah, but it's
like some people can hang and some people can't. You know?
The liberal girls with their Republican boyfriends.
Yeah, that's interesting to me. But I'm just saying, like, I've been seeing, like, duos like that a lot.
Yeah, we can't just apply this
to one person. Like, this is, like, oh my gosh, Sophia. Me and Sophia, yeah. Sophia and I have gotten in trouble in the past for like not subtweeting. Subtweeting is not the word.
No, we'll talk. Okay, we'll like, make it sound like we're talking about a broad subject, but we're actually talking about this one person we know.
Like very specifically. And
I'm like, this is a point that I'm trying to make, but I'm actually just.
Dude, Sophia and I got in trouble. I know, like, ay.
Back in the day,
we've learned and grown. So the abstaining is the interesting thing too. So it's like when someone's so like politically active, it's like, do they gravitate towards someone that abstains because like they're not gonna argue?
Yeah, exactly.
You know, but then it's like sometimes people that are so like thinking one thing and then they gravitate to the opposite is because they like to argue. Like it just goes both ways, you know. And maybe it's just coincidental and they have to deal with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Or like, it's something that is developed
over time. Yeah. It's not like something that they knew or started to see, I guess. Yeah. What I wonder is after talking about these dynamics is like, do people like know, like, are people aware of the dynamics that they're in? Like, do they gravitate like purposefully gravitate towards certain dynamics, or do they just fall into them?
Yeah.
Because I feel like you and me gravitated. Like it wasn't like I was looking for my wilderness girl. Like, you know, like I wasn't looking for my Faye Webster. Like honestly,
we're just friends because we like each other, and that's how we've developed.
But then there's other like groups, I guess, that I've been a part of where it's like, oh, I was drawn to a dynamic, and like I inserted myself kind of. But it's like I wonder like what. Like,
and sometimes I see, like with the black cat golden retriever one, I feel like I always hear girls being like, I'm looking for the golden retriever BF to my black cat GF, and I'm like, you perceive yourself in a different way than I perceive you too.
Like,
yeah,
you are so not that.
Cat,
yeah.
You know? Like,
but maybe
you
if
can
they
want
found
a golden retriever boyfriend, but that doesn't make you
a black cat. But maybe if they were like, if they were with the right golden retriever, then they would be a black cat.
Maybe.
You know, like maybe they fall into those categories because the person they're with. The last thing I kind of wanted to touch on was this. They're kind of like little sayings that, have you seen this on TikTok where people are like, oh, like we're best friends because like she likes pickles and I don't, so we just go perfectly together.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Or like, oh, like
the olive theory.
Yeah, like if you like green olives and I don't, we're basically meant to be best friends. Have you seen that? I've
never, I've heard of that.
Like, which ones have you heard of? Because I've heard of like
I've heard of
the pickle one, like, oh, I like pickles, you don't, we're meant to be. Like,
yeah, I've heard that one.
Yeah.
I have heard the olive one. The thing about that one that I think is funny is that it just has to do with what you like.
Because imagine,
based on taste.
Yeah,
it is not based
I don't
on
think that's as accurate as a dynamic. I think people just find things like to explain their friendship. Like it's not like actually real. Like
it's not like you're gonna be doomed in a relationship if you both like pickles.
You know, this sounds so silly, but it's true. Like, I mean, you don't like pickles.
It's just cute that you can really find those small things,
that similarities,
or differences that like complete each other.
Yeah.
But it's like, I can just order stuff with no pickles. I don't have to get the pickle and give it to you.
Oh, that's cute though. Like, I'm like, oh, that's cute. You should order pickles to me. I don't even like pickles like that.
You just like them more than I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are not quite dynamics, but they are cute.
They're cute, like, friendship things, I guess. Yeah. But I don't think they really determine a friendship, honestly. No. I feel like, again, like, people just say those things to put themselves in categories.
To be like, oh, that applies to us, so...
Yeah.
So it has to be a thing.
Yeah. Like, do you like kettle corn?
Yeah, I do.
I hate kettle corn. We're meant to be best friends.
I do like kettle corn.
No, I'm just kidding. I hate it.
Why, dude? Actually, I love kettle corn.
I don't like it. Cause literally more for you, right?
Have you ever had fresh kettle corn? Like,
I don't know. No, it's too sweet.
Oh.
But I don't really like popcorn that much.
Oh, okay.
But if I were to choose popcorn, it would not be the kettle corn kind. Anyway, see what I just did there?
Okay, what else? We have to go through every... Yeah, that's cute.
Oh, you know what I just thought of? Pink and green. You're a green girl, I'm a pink girl.
Yeah.
Kazuo and Wanda, obviously we're gonna be best friends. And I think like the fall of certain dynamics is because, I don't know, something just doesn't happen. Because I could think of certain dynamics that we've been a part of that have like fallen apart. And I don't even know
I can think of
like what would be the reason. She's like, I could think of a lot.
It wasn't reasons that have anything to do with the dynamic. So.
Oh, okay.
You know, like, I think sometimes dynamics change from best friends to friends.
Yeah, and then also like,
and it's easier to fit into like a trope when you're just friends.
Yeah,
it's not as deep of a connection.
I completely agree. Anyway, I feel like we talked about a lot.
Have we exhausted our subjects? Do you have anything else to add?
I feel like the only thing I want to add is that we probably sound crazy.
Maybe a little, but like, guys, keep in mind, it's like 10:30 right now, and we've had long days.
Even if it wasn't 10:30, I feel like the topic of a dynamic, like, if you get it, you get it. If you don't, that's fine.
That's true.
So if you think if you don't understand what we're saying, that's okay.
If you don't understand what we're saying, then mind your own business.
Then try to figure it out, actually. This is a good learning experience. I don't know what to say. Like, you could be learning a lot right now.
Yeah, literally.
Thanks for listening.
Hope some of that
stuck.
Isn't just
gibberish.
like babbling.
I feel like we sounded like we were just yapping about nothing. But these are real pressing things we think about sometimes.
The amount of times we say, you know, like, do you know what I mean?
Or do you get me?
Do you get me? Like, I don't even get
and
me,
honestly,
actually.
I get me.
I get you.
I get you. Hopefully you guys are here for the next one. If not, if this was too much for you, then, well, can't handle the heat, stay out of the kitchen. I don't know what to say. Thanks for listening. Wrap it up.
Thanks for listening
to the 909.